Today I'm going to bring you along and show you my Azure Standard haul. Welcome to Urban Prepping with Pam. I'm Pam. So I just got back from unloading my car. I grabbed my mom and we took a ride out to pick up my Azure Standard Order, and it was a challenge. Last time I had my hubby with me and he did all the heavy lifting. Today I was on my own, so it took me a while to unload my car, but here it is all on my porch, so my husband will be happy to see that. And I thought I would show you what I got before I bring everything into the house. So before we get started, I'm going to actually take the camera out of the stand, and then I'm just going to kind of show you around. I have a couple of boxes though that I am going to unpack and show you what's inside. But before I do that, I'd just like to remind you to go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I do a lot of prepping and homesteading videos, and so I don't want you to miss any of them. We have a lot of fun. And so today, let me get the camera out of the stand and I'm going to show you some of the bulk things that I've gotten for my long-term storage. Okay, so here these are all 25-pound bags. And so what I've got here, I bought 50 pounds of pinto beans, and I've got everything kind of in order. And then here I've got 50 pounds of soft white wheat and 50 pounds of hard white wheat. And that white bag back there is 25 pounds of oat groats. That's not for our long-term storage. That's to refill my bucket because we eat it every day. And actually this bag, I wasn't sure what was in here because they've repackaged it. But what I've got here is a 5-pound bag of baking soda. Just because you can, I'll need to get more, but you can just do so much with baking soda besides cooking. I use it for cleaning products and making deodorant and all kinds of goodies. So that's their 5-pound bag. Now let me turn back over this way. That box I'm going to unload. I think I'll put my camera back in the stand and we'll unpack that box. This yellow box is 20 pounds of sweet potatoes. Now these are a light sweet potato. Let's see if I can get one out of here. Look at those, are beautiful. These are light sweet potatoes, and I'll be canning these. And 25 pounds of carrots, organic. Of course, the sweet potatoes are organic also. And then I have a 25-pound bag here of split peas and a 25-pound white bag right here of small red beans. Okay, and then I have another box over here. So let me get the camera back in the stand and then I will show you what's in the box. So in this box, I bought some seeds because they're very hard to find right now. I got some Jacob's cattle bean, leeks, brandywine tomatoes, and I'm very excited about this. This is the Yukon sourdough starter. This will be for bread making. And then I bought, 10 pounds of cornmeal. They were out of the 25-pound bags. So I had to buy them this way just to get us through. Hopefully next month they'll have the 25-pound bags. And then I got a small bag of oat groats. This is for a friend. And mung beans for sprouting. And a catalog. These are purple sweet potatoes. I just wanted to try those. Purple cabbage to make sauerkraut. And this is a 1 pound bag of hibiscus petals. This is for tea. Hey Mom, if you're watching this, I'll be bringing it to you soon. I ordered that from my mom, but I'm gonna steal some. Okay, here's the other box. So I got, that's in plastic. I'm not happy that this is in plastic. It's beet horseradish. I wish it were in glass, but it is what it is. Here's some more of those purple sweet potatoes. Here's a 2 pound hunk of mild cheddar cheese, and I'm going to cut this in pieces and freeze some of it. And they had a pizza roller. I'm attempted to make tortillas, whole grain tortillas, because you know I'm grinding my own wheat, and they just weren't thin enough. So I ordered this roller. I think that will help. This is probiotic, so it's alive. Kimchi. Yes, they even have stuff like this. Isn't that amazing? This looks really good. So I'm looking forward to that. I needed more mustard seeds. And I seem to go through a lot of them, especially with pickling. And so I just bought a big 4-ounce package of them. They weren't very expensive. And then I bought raw honey, and this is a 3 pound glass container. I'm glad it's glass. I think this one I had a choice. I could have it in plastic or glass, and I paid a little extra to have it in glass. So I bought 2 of these, so I have 6 pounds of raw honey. Blackstrap molasses. I bought 3 of these. They're each 32 ounces. We are getting away from using refined sugar, and so hence the reason for the raw honey and the molasses. And I love molasses in my oat groats. It's really good. So I got 3 of those. Then I got 2 containers of, these are 32 ounces each, of avocado oil. We really like avocado oil. We cook our eggs with it, and it just, it doesn't impart any flavor to it, so we like that a lot. And then I bought 1 container of apple cider vinegar. This is raw, so it's got the mother in it. And yeah, I could have gone to the grocery store and gotten that other kind, but I wanted to try this one. So that is my haul. And I'm going to stop the camera and get the stuff in the house. I've got it all right by my front door, so it's going to take me a while, though. I'm not strong like my husband is. But hey, at age 65, I'm pretty proud of myself that I picked up all these 25-pound bags. So I will be back because I want to talk about what I'm going to do with some of the stuff. Hello, and I'm back. It's late in the afternoon, and right after I turned the camera off, I started bringing some of those big bags in, and who drives up? My husband. And so he knew that I had this order, and he took off of work early just to help me. He's so sweet. So he carried in the rest of that order. I took a few things in, but the bulk of it he was here to take in for me, which I greatly appreciate. And I was able to start going through and putting things away and repacking. But one thing I want to mention. Earlier you saw that I bought 2 5-pound bags of cornmeal. And I would have ordered a 25-pound bag, except when I put my order in, they said that they didn't have any left. And so I had to order 2 5-pound bags, which gives me 10 pounds. And I have some of this cornmeal in my cabinet. And when I opened the 2 5-pound bags to put in a 5-gallon bucket, I noticed that the cornmeal doesn't look anything like any cornmeal that I've purchased before. It just looked like cracked corn. It looks really good. And it's organic, and I looked at the ingredients list, and the ingredients says corn. That's it, corn. So I went and I grabbed this cornmeal here. By the way, it's organic corn on top of it, which makes it even better. So I went in my cabinet and I got the cornmeal that I had in my cabinet. I had a little bit left and I opened it up, and the cornmeal in this container looks like farina. It's ground almost to like a powder, and it looks nothing like the corn that came from Azure Standard. So I take a look at the ingredients on the back here, and here's what the ingredients says. Now remember, the corn I bought from Azure just says corn. This ingredients list says degerminated yellow cornmeal, niacin, reduced iron, thiamine, mononitrate, riboflavin, folic acid, one of the B vitamins. Okay. It doesn't just say corn. It's degerminated yellow cornmeal. And degerminated means the germ has been taken out, which goes right along with why I'm grinding my own grains for flour. Because when you buy white flour already processed at the store, they take the germ out, they take the bran out, and you're left with something that's so deficient that the government has stepped in and has required them to put vitamins back in. Well, they took the good stuff out and they sell that as animal feed, so they get more money for it. And then they put some of the vitamins back in. They put basically 4 vitamins or 5 vitamins back in, but they've taken about 50 vitamins and minerals out. That's in flour. Reading the ingredients list here, they're doing the same thing with our cornmeal. So when you buy cornmeal like this, any brand, it doesn't have to be this brand, I'm sure they're all the same, because I bought other kinds of cornmeal before and they all look the same. You're getting corn that has the germ removed, and the germ is where the oils and the vitamins and the minerals are all kept, and the bran. All the good stuff's been taken out, and basically what you're eating here when you use this kind of cornmeal to bake with is basically starch with a few vitamins added back in. But think of all the vitamins and minerals that you've lost. So my husband said, take that cornmeal and put it in here, and he had the compost bucket, and so we threw it in the compost. I'm not eating this stuff ever again. Just like I said, I'm not buying processed flour anymore. I'm milling it myself. The cornmeal that I bought from Azure is just nothing like this stuff. It's not only is it organic, but it's just got nothing's been removed. It just says corn. It's dried corn that's been ground up. Not to a fine powder like this stuff. So I just wanted to mention that, because that's just, I don't know, it's a pet peeve of mine, and I discovered another thing here today when I was putting my food away. Now, what am I going to do with all that food? At home, it's just me and my husband, and like I've said in many of my videos, our goal is to have a year's worth of food. So I bought 25 pounds of carrots, and tonight I'm going to be scraping the carrots and cutting them and putting them in a bucket, so that tomorrow I can get them in the canner or in the dehydrator. I'm going to dehydrate some carrots, and I'm going to can a lot of the carrots. And this way we've got a different kind of vegetable on our shelf. We have a lot of green beans just because our garden produces so much. We have not had a really good run at carrots. It just seems they never take. And I have to put a shout out. I don't know how many people you watch, but if you're watching Deep South Homestead, I love to watch Deep South Homestead. They're awesome. And if you haven't watched them, check their channel out. They've got so much stuff. But the man, I can't remember his name. Danny corn. He grows Danny corn. So I think it's Dan or Danny. Anyway, he gave one video on how to plant carrots. And what he did was he planted a bed of carrots and then he put cardboard on top of it and explained why he did that. And so we live on the north. They live way south. We live up in the north in the Midwest. And but it's not too late to plant carrots now because we shouldn't get a hard frost until, I don't know, maybe October, but it could be till November. But if you put something over it, you can prevent that from freezing. But anyway, my husband went ahead and planted carrots the way Danny said to do it on Deep South Homestead, and he put the cardboard on there, and lo and behold, we have carrots. Lots of carrots. Whether they make it before winter comes, I don't know. But at least we tried it and we know we can grow our own. But up until this point, we've not been able to grow our own carrots. I think we're going to have a good carrot year next year. But we do have a lot of green beans and other kinds of vegetables, but we don't have carrots. So that's why I bought the 25 pounds. I'm going to can a lot of it, but I'm also going to dehydrate some because I like to put them in soups. And I like to make soup mixes, and so I'll put the dehydrated carrots in there. I bought 6 pounds of the purple sweet potatoes. Here's another one I have to shout out to Deep South Homestead. Unbelievable. We tried growing sweet potatoes several times, and all we ended up with was leaves, basically. I mean, we had lots of leaves, and you can eat the leaves, so we ate them as greens. We dried them, and I put that in my super greens that I've talked about in other videos, but we just were not successful. Well, Danny is an expert in sweet potatoes, and I watched the video, and my husband watched with me, and we were doing it all wrong. We were planting the sweet potato, and what we're supposed to do is plant the potato and grow slips. We did it all wrong. So these purple sweet potatoes that we bought are organic, so they haven't been treated with anything. And we took one potato, and we're saving it. There's my husband, I'm sorry. So we took one of the purple potatoes and we put it in the basement in a box, and we're going to bring that out and grow slips from that next spring. And hopefully we'll have success now thanks to Danny at Deep South Homestead. And so that's what we're going to, the rest of them we're going to eat. I only bought 6 pounds of that. I've never had a purple sweet potato, but the purple color is supposed to be really healthy for you. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cook those up and eat those. But we saved one to grow slips. It was the smallest one in the bunch. And then I bought 20 pounds of, they look like white sweet potatoes. They're sweet potatoes, but they're not orange. And I would have preferred the orange ones, but they didn't have them at this time. They had yams. I wasn't looking for yams. I was looking for sweet potatoes. So anyway, I got the light colored ones, and that's fine. I'm going to can those, and that way we have sweet potatoes that we can use all year round, because I've got only a small amount of white potatoes canned, so we really don't have any potatoes on our shelves. And now the 20 pounds of sweet potatoes are going to go into jars, and so we'll have a nice supply sweet potatoes. And I'm going to try again for Azure. Azure comes once a month, and so for October I'm going to see if they have any orange sweet potatoes available. If they don't, I would prefer from them because they're organic. But if I can't get them from there, I'll just have to go to my grocery store and get some there, which they've probably been treated and chemicals and who knows, irradiated or whatever. That's not my preference. So I'm hoping Azure has them. If they don't, then I'll just, live with these white ones, and then I'll buy some orange sweet potatoes from the grocery store. So that's basically, and then of course you saw all the bags of beans and wheat. The wheat is going into long-term storage. We do rotate, so we have enough grains now. We're good on wheat. I'm going to have to take a look and see if we need any. I think we need a little bit more cornmeal. But as far as our year's supply of grains, we're there. And I can't believe it took a while. We're not made of money, so we were just doing what we could every month to try to build those supplies up. And I'll do a video on what that is in the future, just to let you know how much I'm putting aside for the two of us. So we've got wheat, different kinds of wheat, and the cornmeal and pinto beans, red beans, we got split peas. That was one of the bags that I bought today. I'm not going to get any other kind of beans because that's basically the kind of beans we eat. You don't want to put away for storage anything that you're not going to eat anyway, because I rotate my food. So, if it's something I don't like, I'm not going to put it into long-term storage because I'll never eat it. We eat pinto beans a lot. And we eat, I like red beans and rice, so I bought a whole bag of red beans so I can make red beans and rice. And of course, split pea. I love to make split pea soup, so I bought 25 pounds of split peas. So that was what I got. Azure Standard, I can't say enough about it, especially if you're prepping or trying to put away food for an emergency. And we've been living through this emergency, so I'll have a link below. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, why don't you do so? And this way you can always be aware when I put up a new video. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.